Yeah, they try this this method because I don't know why my internet keep getting disrupted. Sorry, it's corrupted. Anyway, the 2027 the 2027 election a different mood entirely. The script is being written in real time. I remember real times that they protested against or for electoral bill. Mhm. That's literally what is happening right now. The script for 2027 is literally being written in real time, but not by the voters, not at all. When the state elevates an activist to the center of the news cycle, ask why elevating Showore to be the talking point of the mainstream media. I don't get me wrong, the man has worked hard enough. I mean, that is area of specialty anyway. But in a contest that involve more serious challengers or heavyweights in the arena, wonder why Showore is going through what he's going through. It's not. They are not challenging him, as a lot of people were made to believe. It's far from being silenced. It's not a neither to say, oh, this is a man who is abusing his power, or the presidency is abusing his power, however you see it. But this has little to do with an attempt to silence an oppositor, a dissent voice. More has to do with the APC campaigns building a containment wall. They are trying to contain, not obviously they are eliminating him, but they are trying to contain the likes of Atiku Abubakar and Obi by turning the spotlight toward the radical threats. They see him, not just that they see him, show represent himself as that radical threat who, if he have his way with power, those men, with his words, they will run out of town. So he's a radical threat. So they are effectively pushing serious. They are pushing it in the serious systemic policy questions away from history. Imagine without this drama taking place, arresting Showore and all that, and making sure media, turn themselves to paparazzi as if they see somebody they've not seen for a very long time. This is a systematic way of taking the serious question out of the mainstream. As I said, your people like opposition, like Peter Obi Atiku, who are head bent on not just criticizing Bola Tinubu's policy, they want to make sure their own alternative penetrates. And with being the government in power, if that conversation dominate the mainstream, they will lose. So there's no way they can the current administration can defend our economy without being ambushed one way or the other. Every policy has undertaken so far, it is at the detriment of the majority. So now, in order for the conversation not to stay on those serious issues, you have to create a distraction. We say, where were they when the rest were developing guns, gunpowder, and the rest of it? We are pretty much at that historical time again. The future generation will question us who are alive today. What were they? Where were we? What would we focus on? What were we doing when AI is being researched, developed to this point? What are we going to say? We've been distracted by a bunch of miscreants fighting for power. Is that going to be the excuse? Anyway, that's something for us to ponder on. So the real fight is not just about who gets arrested. It is about who gets the agenda setting power. APC is killing it. You can't argue it. You can't beat it. You cannot beat it. So what you are saying is now just happening because the government of the day want to silence Showore voice or no. No, no, no. This is a tactical elevation of Showore in order to zoom out the serious voices like would be an article of the mainstream. I think it's working, even though Obi media, think that Obi media reach or what they call them, are not buying it. Like how Obi come out and trying to redirect the focus to Tinubu resigning, and the media team swing to action immediately. I don't know about if it's working, but it's as if they know what's going on. So in political strategy, right, when an incumbent power, power entrenched structure like this of Tinubu elevate a radical or an activist figure like Showore to dominate the airwave, it is really an accident. It's not an accident. So within the context of Nigerian political engineering ahead of 2027, the All Progressive Congress, as the APC, is leveraging the state apparatus against Omoyole Sowore, most visibly through his recent arrest, going from court to court, back in Kuje, over his calling cyber. So these are deliberate tactical tools within the Bola Tinubu campaign structure that they are using to control, dominate the media. So by hyping, when you hyper focus on public attention, Ashewole, you focus all the public attention on Ashewole. Because that's why it was all this gra this one where they form paparazzi, and they rush sounds uncalled for, but they had to. It's our plan work. Unnecessary frenzy for the media in order to silence Atiku and Obi for as long as they could. So when you you know focus the media attention, public attention on Showore, the APC is executing the classic asymmetric containment and polarization strategy. They designed to suck the oxygen out of the public space, out of the political space, and neutralize the mainstream opposition led by Atiku and Obi. It's a very clean cut strategy. Is it working? Well, I guess Atiku 100% is working. Elevating Shewori to the conversation, that's all working. But Obi is wiggling a way out that today know that this is just unnecessary distraction instead of focus on this time and energy trying to be saying Bola Tinubu is abusing human rights and all that. They just say the man should resign. Take the attention away from genuine kind of show. Totally. So the airline. So politics operates on a finite amount of public attention. It's all about attention. So by instigating high profile legal battle, you know, arrest and all the dramatic call appearance involving Shewole, the state apparatus really hijacked the media at least for 24 hours. The media's like 24 hours. Sorry about Shewole. And I would say argue is still taking some portion of the media attention. So I that Obi and Atiku. So why the mainstream opposition is trying why they are trying to build institutional coalition, issue policy criticism, critics, on the economy or negotiate party structure, they they are completely drawn out of that. The media focuses instead on immediate, but instead they focus on the drama of an activist being sent to prison. So this Rob article visibility that is required in this critical time to sustain momentum. That's why I see say Obi, as I said, so it's know the tactic immediately. Send his boys. You see them on the podcast, RIs, trying to take not to focus on what is happening to Showore, but draw the attention of public to Tinubu resigning, using that point to drag attention to the failure of economic security and all that, which is good. Game is on. It's getting more interesting. Everybody is dishing out one strategy or the other. Another way to look at it is what we call polarization. So the APC understands that the biggest threats to its incumbency is a unified opposition front. That's obvious to the blind. So by escalating direct confrontation with Showore, the state elevates him as the previous, almost uncompromising critic of the regime. Because I know say no matter the event, you no go fit win. But it's important in order to cover the important candidate, the threats, which is Obi and Atiku. So Peter Obi's strength lies heavily on the obedient movement. That's obvious. So, and these obedience are consistent of the urban youths, social media savvy demographic, looking young people. They are looking for radical departure from the various status quo. That's what people don't understand. They keep accusing Obi of not forming a political party. They are trying to get away from that old fashion. So when the state clash with Shewoli, it forces them into this base. It faces the radical youth to question whether the stream opposition is too soft or compromised compared to Showore's street level resistance. So by boosting Showore activist credential, the APC helped fragment the angry the Nigerian youth basically. Don't divide them. So keep them split between the mainstream reform, which is the obedient, and the structural revolutionaries. Sure, it's not even enough that they split them at the elite level. They could not form a united front, but even the small ordinary youth on the street too. I see they split them between Faudi. Then VD himself get your own slice of those young people. So Tinubu is a genius. Whether na in the engineer, whether na in higher political, you know, scientists, people they run the show for him. You have to give it to him. So by making sure already the face of the opposition, at least for 24 hours also in the media. So the APC framed the entire anti-APC movement through an activist lens, not through Bina or no through Ati. Now let's look at it from the article angle, how this shenanigan between Shewore and the ruling party affect Atiku Abubakar. So because right now, to market Atiku Abubakar as an experienced, stable statesman capable of manage the economy and the traditional political class, that is a forte, that is a strength, right? A lot of their marketing emails. So, but when the political discourse, when the conversation is dragged into the main streets, to the streets now, then from streets to courts, from courts to prison, and that's what just happened to show within a couple of hours. The article traditional boardroom style of politics look disconnected now. That's why as in they are drawn away or they because if they won't play cool as a structural old school. But nobody's hearing about that. They've been, because of the drama that is taking place, they've been zoomed out of the mainstream media. So that his political style is looking disconnected or slow, however you want to see it. He's forced into a corner. So if he stays silent, just like Obi, Obi, they could not afford to stay silent. They swing into action immediately. But saying Tinubu should resign, and they stick to that. If Atiku stays silent without any comeback strike, he will look complicit. If he speak out in solidarity with Showore, he validates the radical platform that annihilate his own conservativeness and established based. So either way you go, Bola Tinubu don set trap for am. Obi say that Obi capitalize on the resignation of Kestama and Britain and say why Bola Tinubu no do the same, and they stick to their gun. They send boys and girls into studio, podcast studio, TV station to stay on that script. That give them an avenue to spread, to touch on every other policy and the economy infrastructural issue that should be on the mainstream conversation, to which they have the upper hand. So when a high-profile activist like Showore is arrested, mainstream opposition leaders like Obi and Atiku are forced to spend their political capital reacting to the state action, rather than driving their own campaign. But Obi did not fall for that. I give him that credit. Obi understands it. This is a political drama. But so far, Atiku, I don't know, he's beaten to the corner. If he react, because you understand, if he react, maybe you understand that this two natural, but I don't think staying quiet is is the best of me. So both Atiku and Obi are trapped. Press release that condemning the government and defending instead of dominating the airwave their own vision. They always accuse Obi that they are always at the reactive end. They always when are you going to take shot? You are no longer four people tweeting in the room. Because they're everywhere now. You're 6 million strong. Never see when they take a shot at the presidency. They are always waiting to be shot at, then they react. I mean, it doesn't sound like people who are ready to win. Don't always wait to react. Yourself, they say, oh, they cry the zeros. Take your shot. Let them be at the receiving end. So instead of defending Shiwori, Obi decided to look the other way around and take the fight to Tinubu instead. Just as I said, I give him that credit. So Atiku is forced to play on a defensive field constructed by the APC, positioning themselves as a commentator on someone else's battle rather than the main prognostic of the 2027 race. It will not go well for him. So this strategy that the APC are currently using just to elevate Showore in the media space and dim the light on the close or the main opposition leader is working. So the tactics is not necessarily to destroy Showore, but to use him as a political lightning rod. Backgrounding Showore in a highly visible manner, the way it is being done, the APC don successfully take control of the opposition. APC has turned a complex, multifaceted presidential race into a binary, dramatic clash between the states and the streets. All of a sudden, Showore has become visible in every polls. That space where Konkoso occupy 2023, that's what Showore is struggling to maybe do better. Or even going for the obese spots. But it's not even close to taking the number one spot. And Bola Tinubu decided to say, I think that's the way to go. Shoot him up. And the way they are doing it, very dramatic. Oh, but this is man. That's the way they say every day for street, they follow them. They make noise. All of a sudden, they don't turn celebrity. We nobody we as in without any nothing. No. So these are all planned, very effective work for the government. So they have successfully pushed external challengers like Obi and Atiku into the background. That's asymmetric payment and strategy for you, for the scientists out there. These are not just buzzwords. They are calculated structural methods used to manage or dismantle opposition. When these combine, the goal is to shift the terms of political to a terrain where the incumbent has the advantage. It makes sense. It's a very sweet, softer way to go. I think it's doing well. It's working. So you have to control the terrain at its core, right? The containment is a strategy where stronger actor like this Itunubu refuses to fight the opposition on the opposition time. I think we want to make the conversation center on the issue. Lie. That's what she was attention. So instead of engaging in a systematic debate, e.g., competing on the policy, platform, economy, planning, or legislative records, where the opposition might have the advantage. The equipment move the contest to a field where they are dominant. The legal system, they say, is controlled by Wiki according to the opposition. The intelligence security apparatus, I know. There's no contention with that one. It's control run by Tinubu to, from right to top to bottom. So by targeting a player, systematic player, someone whose power lies in the streets, credibility, activism, or protest, rather than institutional structure like the OB and Atiku, Tinubu forced the mainstream opposition to play defense. They must spend their capital, political capital, justifying or reacting to the state actions rather than articulating their own governance vision. It's a great move. Great move. As I am it, as I all this men are noise, but if you look into it, you know why all of a sudden they worry. It's a good play. I think Obi and Atiku, who are serious contenders, out of the conversation, at least for as long as it could. So the state now, the APC state, uses the activists as a shining rod, so lightning rod, to draw out and ground the political energy of the position. As I said, obedience. I think Obi saw this coming. He didn't really fall for it like that. He didn't really go after defending show this drama that is taking place. Instead, he tried as much as he could to redirect the media attention to Tinubu failed policy and lack of performance by saying he should resign. That's a good play. That's a good attack. Instead of making they defend how Tinubu is abusing power by arresting Shewore, which has becoming pretty much a shenanigan at this point. He said, "No, I'll take a shot." So APC government to turn a broad policy critic of the government allies conflict over an individual detention or right. Obi saw it and an attempt is being made to counter that. So this is a tool. It's a tool used to demarcate, the frontier, the front runners between competing political communities. Right? APC used this strategy to prevent uh, they are the obedient, and now they're supposed to tighten their grip, taking their message to the people. But instead, Bola Tinubu give media a very job to focus on with this kind of drama, a very Nollywood performance by DSS, the Nigerian police, Nigerian judiciary, the media, especially the content created, the social media wing. See, it just begin to create unnecessary drama for courts. Maybe you should worry they die and one with them every day on the street. They see him every time, every day is always like. So what has changed? What has changed? That turned it to man, Turubu, yeah, respect that man. As I said, that night they do have nine money, they do have for her, but they know what they are doing. Just to dim the light for the bigger boys. So by hyping or by hyper focusing on the radical activists like Shiwori, Tinubu has successfully or tried to force at least the electorate to binary to make a choice. Either you support the state order, the order of the state, or you support the chaos, radicalism of the activists. That's what this all is about. It's trying to make Nigeria have two choice. Yeah, making it doing everything to dim light for Obi and Atiku. Is it working for Atiku? I think Atiku has succumbed. Obi tried to Obi's fighting back. Backs Tinubu to resign and they stick to their guns. Well, these are ploy. This is designed to annihilate the middle ground. So the very that position candidate like Atiku and Obi need to win. So an attempt to break that any small cohesion that the opposition is actually someone right now, especially the obedient and the Concosia. So opposition leaders they often rally on activist base, especially the OB. The OB presidency is literally heavily based on the streets dissent voice, the activists, those who are angry with the system. Fortunately enough, that's where Showore strive to. So people like the OB, they relies on that base for mobilization. But now that Ebola Tinubu is displaying this aggressive posture, creating a dilemma for the leaders, what is left for them to do is that if the obedience, if Obi or Atiku embrace the activists, let's say they come out and start defending Showode or criticizing the state rather than focus on their own thing, as Obi is doing by asking Tinubu to resign. Let's say they just embrace the the fall, they all 400% to the trap the Tinubu administration is trying to set before them. There is been a label as radicals or anti-state by the mainstream conservative voters. You know, matter if you pay attention to people like Obi Rhetoric and Atiku, no matter how they want to criticize the state rich, they would never call for the dismantling of the state apparatus, which is what Shower is asking for. And they are doing that because they still believe most of the decision maker, the voters, I kind of at home with the system, even though it's at the detriment of the majority. So, and again, if they distance themselves, they risk losing that core activity, like people like Obi, as he's doing. And I understand the if you look at Edo State, for instance, you understand there is a battle for the Edo State youth between the Showores and the Obedient. Showore literally recruit the loudest voice. A man who is a PDP supporter, Obaseki supporter, should be naturally go with the Obi, but for some reason, the guy Abat Abi go for APC. But again, the Obedient successfully recruited Mama Peace and something Zachary. So that's the headquarter of the Obedient now at this point. So in a way, Obi see Obi is doing a very thin line. As I say, I love the fact that he is not giving in to the drama of Showore and his uncle. He's trying to even attack by directing the attention of the public to Tinubu lack of performance. And for that reason he should resign. But again, for how long will he stay with us say, come, what is happening to Showore is wrong, or what the state is doing is wrong? Because the more this kind of drama continue with Showore, the more people with the base of obedience will gravitate to because naturally the average Nigerian young person hates the Nigerian state apparatus. So and they want somebody who will always pull like and that's exactly what Tinubu is doing because they know They know no Tinubu knows no matter how he elevated Shiwore by making him go through all this work, he will never come close to winning. So they are caught in between two highways. So very soon you will see internal friction, especially at the base of the opposition camp, preventing the bipolar hegemony of the two main political tactics. So that share language, share you know criticism they should be doing together of the government now is being fractured. So the strategy works because the goal is to bracket out the issues the government is most vulnerable on. Inflation would have been the should be that dominate the media, infrastructure like AI, robotic engineering, biochemistry, bio, quantum technology, and what have you. We are dominating the election cycle, but for some reason, no, we are fighting show for calling a sitting president a criminal. Isn't that ridiculous? But it's not, as I said, is a planned tactics by the government. So by framing the opposition action as activist led or fringe led, the state spends the entire movement as inherently unstable or radical. And that is what Atiku is trying to avoid by not associating himself or Amushewori like that. Obi is trading on the eggshell because majority of his base are young people who are radical in their approach, and he also wants to. The money is coming from the well-established conservative among the voters. So, and the Bola Tinubu administration is trying to bend the if they keep raising the profile of Show like this, and before you know, if we dominate the airline, dominate the polls, it becomes the leader of the opposition. The job of the Tinubu has been successful. Means he will now say it is the state against those who wants to go against the state. Yes, that's what the young people want to hear, but the young people don't have the organizing structure and the finance to pull up a presidency at this point. Exhaustion, it's drained. They will drain their resources, time, media attention, and money for the mainstream candidates. So every minute an opposition leader like Rubio Atiku spend in courts or on social media defending a protest is a minute they are not spending building the infrastructures, political machine they need to challenge the incumbents. So ultimately, this polarization strategy serves to solidify the incumbent base by presenting them as stability against it. Because last like everywhere there to be stable, be raga, raga, raga. So the APC is not just arresting an individual, using a tactical displacement of a political discourse. They have successfully they have successfully moved the 2027 front line from the economy and governance where they are vulnerable. Me, I know if they put this at the basis of what would determine the election with APC will lose with a landslide. So in order to avoid that, to maintain the real authority and civil order where they control the tools of enforcement, right? They control the other thing. So instead of saying governance and sheet of security and civil disorder. Brilliant idea. It's a brilliant fucking idea.
Five minutes they are done. Allow him. Let him respond. Abridge my rights. That is it. There's no order. Ladies and gentlemen, let him speak. Don't even. Yes. Squeeze me. I said, give me one. Please go back outside. Okay, say 1 minute. Please go back outside. Greatest Nigerian people. I have been sent back to Kuje prison because the judge has no rules on our application. The ones who always come to court and say they want trial to commence day by day. But now they have given an adjournment to 30th of almost a week. The intention is to obtain a conviction without trial and imprisonment. I am solidly very sure that this will fail like others have failed.
Revolution! Revolution! You cannot imprison a man in a show, right? Sorry.
Oh, you can do better.
There's nothing that was decided that I cannot talk. You have to let me. I have to. Let him talk. Come on. No.
some CEOs face struggles and they don't have people to bounce it off of. They're out there about.
Let me do what I was trying to explain. So, these are sharpest voice. Now, their voice, instead of them to be going from one polling unit to another, articulate their policy or organize people, but they are using it to differentiate. Isn't that a good strike by the government? Keep them busy.
What are we asking? Free Sowore now. What are we demanding? Free Sowore now. Free Sowore now. Free Sowore now. Free now. Free Sowore now. Free Sowore now.
The way they will promote production to consumption or their new motto, which is serving democracy, they are using it to scream.
What are we when do we want? I am Commodore Shocks, the National Secretary of the African Action Congress, and we have leaders of various
organizations. I don't matter. Why the packet do food?
To make our demands known to the Minister of Justice. But before we go on, may we know your designation, ma'am?
Give her the megaphone.
I'm a director in the Federal Ministry of Justice.
Your name?
My name is Winifred.
My name is Winifred. You can cut this, and we have seen the direction at which the case of our leader is being channeled, and we are not pleased, to be honest. And we decided to march forward to the Minister of Justice, that is coming to the ministry this afternoon, to make our demands known. And our demand is that the case be withdrawn from the Federal High Court. Let the ministry take charge of this case. We no longer believe that we can find justice from a judge who will ask our lawyer to kneel down in court. The intimidation is much,
No respect.
the harassment, and for these reasons, we have told the judge countlessly to recuse himself from the matter. But he still bends, and he will preside over the case. The case we have seen direction that would not be fair to the people, because it is expected that justice should not just be done, but what must have been seen to be done by all. So we don't believe that we can find justice. We have come before the Ministry of Justice to say this case be withdrawn. Let the Ministry of Justice take over this case, because we no longer trust that we'll find justice in the Federal High Court as the case is right now. So I would also ask one of the lawyers to speak. The case should be discontinued. The case should be discontinued. You should take over this case, continue the case. For this one, we have leaders of various movements. This is not the usual protest we would have brought before the ministry. But we are just here to send this person and make our request known. For we shall be occupying the meeting day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, going forward. Because speaking is not a crime. The social media space should not be gagged for any reason. President Tinubu is the most beneficiary in this country. So, he's also a beneficiary of protests. So we are doing what is legitimate to say, Minister of Justice, take over this case and discontinue this case forthwith. But Sowore is not a criminal. This is a young man who has been fighting all his life for the liberation of this country and to make a better place. Of you in part today. Because we are all not free in Nigeria. None of us will say we are not scared. We are not scared. Whether you're a director, security personnel, we are all scared. The country
as an
is
example.
on her
Insulted
knees.
the president,
And the only voice out there is being intimidated,
isn't
is
it
being gagged, is being
obvious?
harassed. You needed to see the high-handedness of security agencies this morning, as if they had brought one of the terrorists disturbing the country to the courts. See the harassment, see the hitting of Moile Shore like a criminal. Please, we are saying day one is coming, day 2 and day 3, depending on when the Minister of Justice will do the needful.
Yes.
And this is our demand. Take over this case and discontinue forthwith. This is our demand.
Yeah. Yes.
Soli, soli, soli. Solidarity forever. We are singing forever. We shall always fight for our rights. Great Nigerian people, what are we demanding? What are we asking for? What do we want? When? When?
You have passed your verbal message. And when you pass verbal messages, that is not what government or even the minister will work. It's one thing for me to pass, like you have said, and take him, but it must be a written document.
So, you just got home, sat down for
I won't
5
find
minutes, and
evidence
then you
for
remember
knocking her down.
you still don't have enough guys for tomorrow.
Yeah, it's the same thing every year.
It doesn't have to be. TCC handles hiring year-round.
Which I am supposed to go with to say these are their demands.
Right.
If you have that written document, as it
Seriously.
pleases, I'm here to receive it. And
This somebody the writer
you
now.
walk.
As well. Carry out your phone.
Fortunately, a lot
Grab
of you
something.
here are no stranger. And the way it works, there must be a written document and all your demands clearly stated. But it's valid to say it. My principal will ask me, what do you have to show for this?
This somebody
Are
the
you
writer
making this
for
out of your
background
own
now.
brain, or this is what they actually asked for? So if you have a supporting document, fine, it will be received.
Coming here today wasn't impromptu. No one would have thought that at the courts today, the judge, Umaru,
Obedient.
will do what he did.
Structural.
Nobody would have that you
Don't
said
already
you are
that.
going to pass ruling at John date, and the lawyers, senior advocate, grant him bail, let him go, revoke whatever stay you have on him, let him go and come back on the day you want to rule. Insisted that already remanded. It's like a personal vendetta. The same judge who asked the lawyer
Donations, event ticketing, merch shop, and communication with your supporters all in one place and all for free. Start fundraising today with Zeffy. It's free to nonprofits forever.
We shall always fight for rights. Three Bosa, 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 Bosa.
What are we demanding?
Free Sore now.
What are we saying?
Free Sore now.
DSS.
Free Sore now.
Tinubu.
Free Sore now.
What are we asking?
Free Free Sore now.
Free Sore
So
now.
I think
Free Sore.
the Obi recognized that this is not just
politically motivated. The call by former Anambra governor and
Then a waste
NDC
of
presidential
time.
candidate Peter
And they
Obi for President
deploy
Tinubu to
counter
resign over what he described as worsening
narrative.
poverty, insecurity, and economic hardship. The presidency insisted that the president remains firmly focused on delivering his mandate and pointed to economic reforms, increased revenues, and security gains as evidence of progress. But Peter Obi's camp is pushing back. They argue that the issue is not politics, not personalities, and not even the difference between a parliamentary and presidential system. They say it is about accountability. Their position is that leaders must ultimately be judged by the condition of the people they govern, and that many Nigerians today are facing rising hardships, persistent insecurity, and declining purchasing power despite government claims of success. So is Peter Obi raising legitimate concerns about the direction of the country, or simply launching an early campaign attack on a political opponent? And I apologize for you staring at my face for this long sort of monologue. I was rather hoping we'd go to pictures. Nevertheless, for what amounts to a right of reply, I'm joined now in the studio by spokesman for Peter Obi Media Reach, or POMR. Thank you very much indeed for coming in.
Really lost,
Peter Obi's critics say calling for President Tinubu's resignation is dramatic politics rather than serious policy engagement. Is this a genuine call for accountability or an early campaign strategy?
Great question. It's pretty straightforward. You, in your monologue, made it clear that the purpose of government is the welfare of citizens. And part of the conversation he had also his opinion on the present security situation in the country and the welfare situation. And one of the videos trending online, even as we speak now, is that he infamously said that he could not pinpoint the hunger that has now become major. It has now become the major bane of concern of majority of the citizens, for those who are not running from one village to the other for the sake of banditry. I'll show him. As we speak today, 30 million Nigerians are facing acute hunger. That's a mistake. 35 million Nigerians. As a matter of fact, you can form a country of the hungry, make President Tinubu the president, and it will be the same population as Ghana, an entire country of hungry people. This government, as we rightly pointed out in our press release, has pulled.
Information alone will never move people. If this is what you're about to present, put it in an email.
We had 87 million people, has now made it almost double that number. We now have about 140 million multidimensionally poor. For spokesperson of the president to come on here and completely disregard these legitimate concerns of Nigerians is most disgraceful. And I'm putting that very lightly.
But a lot of people would agree with your assessment, because let's face it, Nigeria is in dire straits. Nobody can deny that. But if poor economic conditions are sufficient grounds for resignation, should every democratically elected leader simply step aside before the end of their constitutional mandate?
Yes.
That's a good question. It cuts both ways. Now, welfare is one leg of it. the primary purpose of government, the very essence of government, the reason why government exists, welfare. The next leg of it is security, and they failed in both. So let's talk security. The president today, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, had in fact calling for the resignation of President Goodluck Jonathan because there was one school kidnapping in Chibok. Do you know how many school kidnapping we've had under this president? 13. So, Mr. President, then as an opposition leader, called for the resignation of a president for one school kidnapping, and we've had 13 under him. As a matter of fact, his predecessor, who was also an APC president, had 15 in 8 years. Mr. President has had 13 in 3 years.
Nobody is disputing those figures.
That is sufficient grounds to resign.
Right. But the question is, and the argument that the presidency is making, is that Nigeria operates a presidential system with fixed terms, and that the ultimate vote belongs to voters in 2027. Why not simply make your case to Nigerians at the ballot box?
Good question. Now, you see, sometimes it beats me hollow. It seems to me that we don't have a lot of very intelligent people occupying public office. Apart from them calling for resignation, they went on, this presidential spokesman went on to give us a lecture in SS1 government. We are not in class. Resigned. A president is in.
Totally different circumstances.
I mean, you can. There were far less desperate circumstances.
But
the circumstances we have today, Uncle Charles, are far worse than what made President Nixon resign.
Yes, but Nixon resigned as a result of a democratic process, impeachment and all the rest of it. You see what I mean?
The president has committed impeachable offenses.
Yeah, but you should pursue it through the National Assembly.
No, the National Assembly is more or less like an extension. My friend Peter calls it the Tinubu's daycare, because they go to the president's White House to have lunch and dinner, as it should not be anyway. But
this is where I have complained with these people who are not grounded, who like depth of the system. That's why any small thing insult. Like, it just doesn't make any sense, or you even make anything meaningful. An opportunity for you to educate Nigerians about the Senate works. Yes, they are overstaffed. Yes, they are this, that, da. But you know they were ordered before you took the job you currently had. So it's not for you just to insult. Educate the people that the Senate have to be responsible for impeachment. But first, we have to go to the people's house. That's where the problem is. This is an opportunity for you to even direct criticisms to the people's house, the House of Representatives, that they are not doing their job. That there's a disconnect between those people and the populace. So I'm calling on the even though it's not going to work, but they should be aware that the constituency has a responsibility. If you are relying on the majority of Nigerians to vote him out, you better tell them why and how. Instead of just insults.
Look, there are grounds for impeachment, and these are legitimate democratic concerns. Calling for the president to resign is a legitimate democratic call. It forms part of it. And in any case, Nigerians are the employers. We employed President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu works for us, even when I didn't vote for him. I know some Nigerians voted for him. There are arguments as to the legitimacy. I'm not talking whether I declared him or not, the legitimacy of him being in office. But if you work for the Nigerian people and you have failed in the two ultimate leg of the very existence of your government, the irreducible minimum is to resign. And we are calling on Nigerians, and we are joining our voices, and we will do what he did some time ago to President Goodluck Jonathan, mobilize to call on Mr. President to think of resigning. It is the smart thing to do. It's too late, and this is it. It's two ways. Is it nice, honorably or dishonorably?
I like this approach the obedience are taking. As I said, they figured out that it's a trap. going after Shewore publicly like that with all those drama is a trap to dim their own voice. So instead of them to get caught in the web of defending Shewore or condemning the presidency in terms of human rights or necessary and all that, which that is what the presidency would have preferred, we decided to do what I wanted them to be doing more often. Take a shot. Stop being on the defensive side. This time around, he ignored what the attention is called and go straight to the jugular. He should resign. This is not even. I like the fact that even Charles is not even go to say, okay, sure, no, but they still on their point. The guys stood his ground, which is a diversionary tactic or an escape tactic from what Tinubu is doing.
Depending on who is asking, or he waits to be disgraced at the poll in 2020. The entire confidence the Tinubu administration has built around them is built on rigging. And I guarantee them, there's news for them. The 2027 election will not be rigged. Nigerians will not allow it because it's going to be a contest between the citizens and the president.
Well, we'll have to see what happens in that election. And they themselves would say that they're not in the business of rigging elections. That's what they would say. I don't know what evidence or whatever contrary views you've got, but that's what they would say. If Peter Obi were president today, which economic decisions taken by President Tinubu would he immediately reverse?
Which
in his attempt to try and right what you say wrong that Tinubu did on this country?
I'll tell you a few of Tinubu's economic policies. The first one is that he removed fuel subsidy.
No, I know what his economic policy. I'm saying what would he do?
And then tell you the alternative.
Briefly, because we're running out of time.
I know we're running out of time. He removed fuel subsidy. Mr. Peter Obi promised that he will first of all remove the corruption in fuel subsidy. And the corruption in fuel subsidy, if we had the time to discuss it, constitutes about 60% of the fuel. And in any case, why do you have to always remove the one that touches the poorest man in the street? That's the one you target the first, without dealing with the people in the CBN, in NNPC that were doing round trip. We are looking for 210 trillion, according to this APC Senate. Now, that's one. Number two, Mr. Tinubu pulled Nigerians into poverty. Mr. Peter Obi has made it abundantly clear that he will pull Nigerians out of poverty. Mr. Tinubu is not a handsome president.
But saying you're going to pull people out of poverty is different from actually pulling them out.
No, there is a method to it. There are countries that have done it.
Well, that's why I'm asking you how you're going to do it.
Learn from. Right. I mean, there are economic policies you can implement, not the ones that are meant to strangle the common man.
Yeah, but you sound like you're still fencing around. You're not quite sure what you're going to do. You're saying, well, I mean, there are economic policies that can be. I mean, it's not that easy to actually have policies that are tried, tested, implementable, that you put out to the Nigerian people. And there are very few politicians who actually come out and say, this is how we're going to do it.
I'll give you one. I don't want us to run out of time.
Yeah.
And I'm not able to make this point. I'll give you one.
Yeah, go ahead.
Mr. Peter Obi has made it abundantly clear that he will invest in the Nigerian people SMEs, small business. And he's doing it now. He invests in education. I mean, trained mind there's no limit to the achievement.
Well, the government would say they're investing in education. They're making it possible for people to go to school.
I'll quickly tell you the one they are doing is Nel Fund. I'll give you a quick example. When I went to the University of Benin, my school fees was 10,000 naira. Without Nel Fund, I could pay it from the back of my pocket. Today, the school fees in the University of Benin, I'm sure university students watch me, it's about 100,000 naira. So you are giving with one hand and taking 10 times with the other. And so it's a government of utter confusion. I'm not a mindless critic. There are a lot of things to criticize about the government. If you ask me to also say the positive of the government, although there are not a lot of it, we can mention them. But to say that this, I mean...
what are the... Give us one positive.
One, we will be able to vote him out in 2027.
I like that. Right. Now let's talk about insecurity, because that's one of the things you mentioned. I mean, Peter Obi said that it's worsened. If he were in office today, what would he do differently that would produce significantly better results?
We voted a president who promised to end insecurity. He hasn't done it. He hasn't told us why he's not doing it.
That's not my question.
Let's talk Peter Obi.
Yeah.
He will be a hands-on president. He will be a commander-in-chief. He will lead from the front. When people are kidnapped, the president will not stay in Abuja and be giving instructions. The president will not stop in Jos Airport and refuse to go see those whose people had been cut short, whose life has been...
Yeah, but even if he did that, that's not going to stop the insecurity, is it?
Have you seen President Zelensky of Ukraine? You see the way he goes to the front line to speak to the troops. You see the way he honors them. There is no higher morale than the president of knowing that you are fighting for the president of your country. There is no higher morale than knowing that what is due you gets to you. We had a friend who showed the objective living condition of the troops in the front line. It was the DSS, it was selected by the army and then transferred to DSS. I need to make that clarification. They did not bother to look for the person who ought to have provided the meal for those soldiers. That was not their concern. Their concern was the person who put out the objective living condition of the soldiers on the front line. That cannot happen under Mr. Peter Obi. We know that for a fact.
Is it fair to judge this administration solely by security failures without acknowledging any successes in counter-terrorism and anti-banditry operations?
You stated it clearly yesterday. They are comparing their own statistics with their own statistics. They failed ultimately in security, and then when it gets a little better, they compare it with their worst outcome. There is nothing to celebrate in this government. I just told you, 13 school kidnappings. You stayed abroad. If 13 dogs, not 13, if 40 dogs, like what happened in Oyo, if 40 pets were missing, the president of the country, some of those countries we've lived in, will not sleep in his house. We have, as we speak, there are over 40 children in the forest in Oyo, and a presidential spokesman...
That's a very sad thing.
It's a sad thing. And a presidential spokesman comes here, instead of on TV, he doesn't see anything wrong, and people are not suffering. People are having the best of time, and the country, and people are, and he says in so much confidence that people are making money. Who is making money? 140 million multidimensionally poor. We have the highest number of poor people anywhere in the world. No single country has us. I mean, you are shocked that people are kidnapping when you have that level of poverty. So you are not getting the economics right that will put people out of poverty. You are not getting the kinetic right of security. You are not getting the, I mean, all you do is to try to reconcile bandits and terrorists and reconcile them with government. What's government business with reconciling bandits?
Well, to be fair, that's not all they're doing. I mean, they've been, where Rise News has been reporting big successes against, it may not be enough, but there's certainly successes against insecurity, against terrorists, against bandits, and all that sort of thing. And people are also being rescued.
Uncle Charles, things are getting worse.
But no, I'm simply saying that it is my job to balance things.
Okay.
If Peter Obi were I mean, let's go back to the original premise. We've only got about 30 seconds or so. If Peter Obi, because he wanted, his message was essentially that President Tinubu should resign now. If Peter Obi were president today and facing exactly the same economic and security challenges, which potentially he could be, would he himself consider resignation an honorable option, or would he ask Nigerians for more time to deliver results after just 3 years in office?
Peter Obi is asking for a single term of 4 years in office, sufficient to set the foundations and build a country that we can all be proud of. This government, the two government less than 3 years to destroy even the little foundation they met. We will not be in this situation in the first place. And he's an honorable man. And so I don't want to imagine a situation when we are in this situation. It will not happen. We have this situation because we have incompetent hands leading the country. We have people who are only interested in making money. The presidential spokesman mentioned making money here up to 5 times yesterday. We have people who do not have the interest of people at heart. Okay. And then we are saying that the honorable thing to do when all seems not to be working for you, throw in the towel, resign. It's a democratic right to ask you to resign. If you do not, you wait till 2027, Nigerians will confront you at the polls, and it might be disgraceful. We don't want to disgrace the president. I'm very well brought up. I'm from Edo State.
On that note, I want to thank you very much indeed. Good to meet you. Idris Zekeri Jr. is spokesman for the P2B Media Reach, or POMR. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you for the opportunity.
That's it for this edition of Arise Prime Time. Join us again tomorrow from me and the entire team here in Abuja. Bye-bye, and thank you for watching.
I don't feel remove this cap. They hit too much, but I don't feel remove this beret. I don't feel off farm. I don't feel off farm. You understand? Now wait till they fear. Now why they go rush? They go to Biamina, they go national assembly. Hey, Papa say many people have passed state police. Because state government why use state police to rig election. Because you say you don't get like 34 out of 36. Now let market and who don't get the rest of them. All the Abia state, so they are all twerking for Tinubu. Soludo, they are all twerking for Tinubu. Now Showore Beka, quick, you want to go to state police, but he's at a rig election. That Showore they beat Obi. Obi cannot survive. He don't feel revived.
So now who they recruit with this to counter VDM, Ninja Watch,
Mama Peace, by going to meet Dixie.
Don't surrender everyone.
Dixie will be Tinubu boy.
Alaji self, English Alaji too.
Tinubu controls Dixie through Goodluck Jonathan. Now why they put problem for NDC now? NDC cannot solve. Can I see Showore Scott Power? I see you, that's my brother for life.
So they recruit my guy. I do they carry Lasha. They're everywhere. I will need to know their agent to know Niger Watch, City Niger, VDM, Base, and Zachary.
See your people don't talk about this. See the now let 3 people
English Alaji.
They put Obi yes. Everybody don't have for. We don't follow Showore. So as they test Showore for president, now they pierce them for heart. And they pierce Tinubu supporters. And they pierce them Obi Kubana. So on more table they turn. Before you know it's enough for them to survive, sustain their business interests, they'll soon begin this. People they go to be sure. Say, Papa, we lawyer, we will not fight you. Papa, we lawyer, we will not fight.
I don't know what they give this guy, but god damn.
College, when you come over, you the type of before you come over road. The revolutionaries don't take over everywhere. Come over road. Obi don't tell you say he don't tire. The mama prick never tire. The Zekeri, they don't enter us now. They don't say NDC road. NDC, okay, Nigeria will be okay. Now small thing like Dixie do the enter us.
Zachary.
Asha Yesufu never enter. Now you love Obi pass Asha Yesufu. Asha Yesufu the Aburi. What do you know?
Asha never recover.
Please guys, stop. Let's go. Take me to 10,000 taps, guys.
won't cause a fight for those people that they have a plan. They can against Abako. I lie.
Can you imagine? This is spirit.
I'll stand with Abako.
Oh, this is
I
spirit.
will
This is
take all
spirit.
of
Make I
them
make this call. Person who joined the Abuja platform yesterday. She don't dey add people for the platform. I want Hela. Hello.
I says you know how they so what is the
Beautiful wisdom.
so
How are you doing?
So they strong anyway.
Wisdom Chinasa, right?
Yes.
Thank you very much. How many names have you just sent to be added to the platform? To the platform?
Oh.
How many?
4.
4 names.
Yes.
Are they registered online?
Registered registration portal.
Yes, the link. I will send you the link now. You send it to them. But they already they've already keyed in for Showore, right?
Yes, one of them said he's already a member, a registered member of AAC.
Okay, you can still add them to the Abuja platform. What I will do now. Say talk to anybody you want to bring in one-on-one before you bring them here. It's not a money sharing platform. Don't be APC, don't be PDP, don't be party. It's a revolutionary party. So as they are coming to sacrifice for the country. It's a service to the nation. And they come.
Yeah, this is everybody claim to be party for the nations. Okay, one day we will find a why under a cause.
Make group admin.
Or under a leader as
so man, call her back. Can say I don't make her admin. That's why I never see before. She don't prove herself not to qualify to be admin. When I called her, we spoke for almost 20 minutes. She said,
look for admin.
The last time, say I'm like 45 minutes to I stayed 45 minutes to I've been seeing you the last 3 weeks. I've been seeing what other people have been doing, but your energy is different. your energy is different.
I don't know, man.
And your energy is pushing me to join. Like if I add my energy to your own, we will be close to the finish line.
I don't say people they
I used to be a Peter Obi supporter. I said, but at this point, all of us are Peter Obi supporters. We are looking like no direction.
It's battling my state. It's battling Edo
Obi is not
State.
leading a clear direction.
The battle against the Nigerian soul.
Say the vibe was high when they were doing the coalition, but since he left the coalition, the vibe dropped. I said, okay, what do you say? I just want to be somewhere, anywhere we can remote Tinubu. Who knows if he just work for us?
This man here.
I said, okay, what about
Billions, led by Zachary and Mama?
So I will not lie to you. I used to support him. He said, but since his protests, shenanigans, flying influencers up and down, you know, he said you could see through. He said, for me, I don't criticize him, but I just look at his intention.
Crazy.
I'm quoting her. See, like, okay, what is your intention of going to Oyo State?
It's crazy.
So just for content or for APC? What is your intention of doing protests at night?
Yeah.
To block the federal high court gates. Say so. As she look and say, no need.
Now why 2028?
Wisdom.
There will be war in Edo State with that. No, they will not. These people will not. They will not lose the election next year. Everybody go retrieve to their share of where they crawl from. So Obi is of these people now. I think there is hope in Edo State. You know.
I don't forget the link when she asked for me. I sent her the link.
Because the leading mouthpiece for the future, which is ridiculous. I'm all from Edo State at this point. At least 6 or 5 out of 10.
Keep like she did like.
They are from Edo State. So there's something that we are doing right. Well, now first of all, recognize, give credit to the likes of Dr. Percy.
So now other
to the Momo. You know.
Hello, Wisdom. Yeah, how are you? I just added you now as admin, so you can bring your people. Thank you so much. We are looking at maybe not for another 48 hours, another 10. I trust your capacity. So and these are people that you know one-on-one. So if we need to go, if we need to move, go anywhere, you can call them, right?
I need a contact number.
Yes, I spoke to them. These are people that they have influence when it comes to this thing.
They activate for UK. They go.
Just as a show for president 2027. For sure. Well done, brother. Sure will be the best Nigerian president. Muguma, this one don't start increasing. This is the battle for the soul of Edo State, but we shall overcome. We shall overcome. This one was a well done, big brother. Hassan Yunus says, I will join you both for revolutionary movement. Showore na man of the movement. Showore can be president. Rest abeg. Guy, try relax. Empty vessel make the loudest noise. You know when you are doing your live video, you don't measure VDM, you can't get views. You see, the battle for the soul of Edo State.
Showore is 50 something. He started when he was 21.
Edo is leading. I
When he
rather
was
take
18.
the positive view of it. Edo is leading the charge.
So for somebody like Showore to be 56, it is expected that his body was all a week small. Now one person like me they step in. Very dark man say one unmasked person, and Nigerians call it unmasked. He's shocked. Intelligent people from all the corner they matter. They see right up. Proper English. When enough you understand, they fly from different corners all over the world. Dread. And then they go and say, Showore not be today. Oh. Showore phone number to you follow Showore and you want mask. Person wey federal government don dey investigate for America, you never see 1 naira for your account. America don't do time, never see 1 naira. Now you want mask. So as we speak, with the way we are gathering for Showore, I swear, if I feel show you the way the camp of rattles are depleting, you don't go believe. Manipulation get expiring day.
While a day, obedient rattle and take it back. And they want to fight that war. I better take it out of Benin.
This bag.
Out of Edo State. Edo State now for Baba. For Baba. It is going to Baba. And do for Baba. Yeah, the campaign was good time that. They do for Baba. All these podcast.
Now vintage now. If I put this back, see, so what I need to put online. See, I come around thieves. Well, not official. See, if I copy this number, Snapper 15 years ago. See, still there. I was still at least 600 pounds. That's like 1.something million. And vintage. Oyibo when nowhere Gucci they sell am, say this bag, say no the market again. They will buy them. This one, they still bring a couple for me as they go bomb my house. This one like 5 years ago I buy them. See, go. This one, since I buy them 5 years ago, see, I never see remove all these ones because if I want seller, I will snap all this. I will snap them. See, I hear the day. How they open this part of the bag. See, but this one. But I can tell you, in 10 years' time, I'll still sell this bag. 10 years' time. Anytime I get small money, I look for one I keep. If I not get too much, I don't get original, don't be fake. Of $1,000, £1,000, 1.5. I still get the shoes of £80. No, I don't get shoes of £80. I don't get that one. I don't get £80. I don't get any shoes less than. I don't get any shoes less than £80. or like 300k. You know they cannot get them. You know they at all. You know they. So they, you know they. You see best when you physically fall out small. Original not be fake. They don't see and say VDN. Big boy. They don't see and say Obi, even if they like Obi, but Obi don't go feed. Say now Obi they carry go that Kuje prison. No go. Ah, they go look for all the hotel Richard. Oh. You go call the friends, go call them MBB, the Absalami. The Obasanjo, they go follow Tinubu talk, say, why you want to embarrass an ex-governor? The time when you be governor, now Obi said be governor. Now be colleagues one time now. So why you want to embarrass him? He gets some kind of bullet where Obi go throw and they'll say, call Obi. I'll leave your guy. You guys were colleagues when you were governors. I mean, okay, now Tinubu fair do. Okay, now after Tinubu. And they see meet at the level of ex-governors, they'll see the Abi. At the same time, so we are doing well, guys. Keep tapping, keep tapping, keep tapping. We are doing well. Tell yourself, say, before January, I will register 100 people for AAC. You see, all this our love for Ore, nothing will work. Nothing will they play. I joined TIB, the Take It Back movement, 4 months ago. Through comrade OIA in Manchester. Now TIB, Take It Back movement, I said join. I can't say I'm not going to join AAC. I don't believe say she will go win. The same thing one and they talk, so I don't feel like I'm say I like him, I'm not sure say go win. I don't feel talk. Please guys, share this live. Please share this live stream, everybody. Please share this live stream. Enemies, our enemies don't go share. Please, Ratters will not share. But I can tell you, Ratters, the ones who get sense.
Whatever plan they get for those states, no go work. If they are trying to start their political,
the ones who get sense, they are joining
from there. They are not going to succeed.
If I want views, I don't go just show it.
It's too money.
If I want positive comments, I don't. If I want money, I don't go just show it. With my capacity, they do. I be #1 for Edo. So if Tinubu get me, I don't get Edo.
Yeah, that's a claim number.
If I want to see Sheikh Tinubu today, maybe there's also. Army talks.
BDM number one.
Let me structure so.
Followed
On
by
election day,
report.
AGHM, what to do agents, you submit that to INEC. People like, oh, because there will be money. So if you give them money, they'll feel work. Let me structure. And in all of these so-called structures, if they see crowd, then they run. If the people gather. On election day, okay, let's go like this.
I have more friends from the women, I want to believe.
After some time, God would have not be the same. It will take me years for me to believe that the God where they control is UK, America, Canada, Australia. That be the one they serve. When they buy private jets, not be the same. And also Mugu Christian will tell you say God is everywhere. When they bomb 11 doctors and nurses, that day my wife one bomb 11. If you get one of the glory, say you're not correct. Won't leave that one. People literally came out for Obi and said they won't be party agents. Obi won Edo, Delta, Rivers, Bayelsa, Lagos, Ondo with bulk vote. For the first time, Southern vote swallowed Northern vote. It cleared the whole of Igbo land. People who don't vote before, they voted because of Obi. Couples were kidnapped. People were killed, injured. With their injury, they were ready to hit the street across all the countries for Obi. Northerners, when they're hungry, when they vex for the country, they will join. Protest or come, they will join. That's why they will not need Alaji. They will not need Imam to give them instruction. Street up bubble. What is it? They'll say people are hungry. They're join. Northerners will Obi has beginning. Conference. And we miss some. Obi for 50 fellow, but if was I did just say better pass Tinubu. Because Obi for not probe IBB, Abdulabi, Atik, Obasanjo, to Polo, all these people. Money they with money where they borrow from China, from World Bank, from Switzerland, from UK, they call Sharon. So anybody when they come, when tell you say he don't go probe, is a mumu man. Obi is a mumu man. I know they are lost to be. I love the way I don't serious. You are coming, you are probe. So you will be president. Shobole will still control money full everywhere. All these ex-senators, they still control billions in dollars. You know ready? And then I don't say Obi na mumu man. And then I don't say I regret following Obi with everything when I get. I did SIA training here with almost 500 pounds. I was driving to Manchester for 5 days. Now Obi matter make me not use that SIA license. Because you don't pass 2 years, if I want to use it again, I'm going to go that training again. Or you both fail, I pass. I pass theory, I pass practical. Obi distraction. 2023, don't let me go do SIA. Because the work will take me out of media for 12 hours every day. Maybe I use 12 hours, transfer myself, go there. 14 hours. When I will come back, I don't sleep. Obi, to tell you, I take push Obi. Who's Obi? Make all that fire you, fire your papa. Make all that fire you, fire your papa. Anybody tell you, she will lecture. I hear about me, plus one now. Don't say, give us 90 days. The revolution will let you say January, hey, election, no, we'll reach election. You dey craze. You dey craze. Now, you work on the say, go and get your PVC. You dey craze. PVC work for Edo. He work for Ondo. It was last Ekiti last work. I mean, you deaf where as the fire shelter say they carry people PVC give out to different other people that go use that take vote. Once you put and say the other person say don't be your name and the APC go clear you when you vote. System will go checkmate and the APC get the system. I believe that they talk go and get your PVC. You they mad? You don't hear from Shore Mat once say go and get your PVC. You say Shore don't know what he what? AAC is the gathering point. Plan coronation, plan revolution. Tinubu is planning coronation with INEC, DSS, army, soldier. They want to remain in power and continue to steal. Let us plan revolution.
I like the message they are pushing out here. They are more solid that the message.
If God help them, they reach general election day.
It's more believable than the obedient message.
I want to say, go to the field. Anywhere you see irregularities, let the revolution start from there. And you are not cast. That time we'll get the number. Babangida government. He was in a bar. Obasanjo government.
Allah. Allah.
It was the Yaradua government. I don't know whether it did
Again,
Buhari
they
government
go
at some
from
point.
corrupted to
I'm not sure.
obedient.
Like,
Corrupted to
Yaradua,
obedient.
good luck. They are the same. The only person with that clean slate, clean record. Nobody will come and blackmail to say there was a time you brought a container. The container went, you were supposed to pay 500 million. I was the one that claimed to go and pay 80 million.
Obedient don't
Now
get
don't
the
deal
problem.
there.
This guy na their big problem.
Guys, please tap. They are telling me to verify. Tap, please.
And you like
Give me the tabs. TikTok, give me the tabs. Sure, there is no one there. I want to see a Nigeria whereby as we run come abroad for survivor. I want to see people where thief are money they wrong. So when we block everywhere, they don't even follow any international airport. Now Niger Republic they will pass. And so whenever they block everywhere, where you want pass. So we use desert, they will die for road. Yes, they die. Then government will usher their properties.
Correct.
Imagine putting Babangida properties up for sale. How much Nigeria will generate. Imagine putting IBB Obasanjo farm for sale. Make China come buy am. Make Singapore come buy am. Imagine the country go help be like it go just have to work. Now let's show if you do that. Obi no fit. Obi will work with what is available. Okay, I don't want to look back. I don't want to investigate. Let us move forward. The only thing Obi will not do, Obi will not buy jets. He will not spend recklessly. But whatever is available cannot fix the country. The only person that can fix the country is the person that can carry them and say, vomit what you have stolen.
They don't buy market, they don't buy market.
Topolo went to data security, enemy trust funds. How much did Topolo donate? How much did Topolo, an individual, he go data state security trust fund, Baba, what they do? How much one person donate? One.
Millions.
How much?
Whatever it is.
Prince Isibo join ANC inside your family and friends. You know, they don't born any family member now. We go call me for money whenever they don't born you where. Because the money why they give them, my children will soon start to ask me questions. All my years, what did I do? Why I not save for it to go Harvard, for it to go Oxford? I'm tired of seeing account number in my DM. I'm tired. People will get hands, get legs, go they beg for money. I'm tired. Who they beg for abroad when you give them money? If you beg, you say, oh, Bogbu, where? You don't go work. Because you know why? The work day. But Nigeria, if they beg you, you want to go work. You say, brother, where work day? Give me work, I go do. I'm tired. Shebi, they say he donated about 2 billion. I mean 5 billion. One individual. So ask yourself how much remain before you donate that was additional. Imagine how much they with Ayiri. Imagine how much. Imagine that structure they are talking about is fraud. If you are still saying I like Shewure, but you don't get structure, that's why I don't join ANC, you are a mumu. After you mumu, what will I be? If one stand alone, 2 not join, 3 not join, we not go see 1 billion. Journey of 1,000 miles start with a step. Shewure is number 1. National chairman is number 2. National secretary. They face with the wrong math. Yes, because just don't know and know all the secrets. What's the power there? That structure and big lie. During talk, okay, wait. Rush baby, thank you. Obi cannot win. Obi all of us do Obi. If she would not go prison 2023, then they don't put her on prison for 6 months. Obi for not get that traction. Now why they still carry go prison? And their plan is to convict him. So the party not feed them. Don't worry on election day. What I say that conviction when I give her not work, they be president. And the man, not dead judiciary. I thought they fire now. Now arrange judge. Whatever they want to do, make them do to Showore is a drop. Showore a drop in the revolutionary movement. He is a drop. Showore has gathered people that will take over. They will continue the movement. They don't really know. Even say if they will buy Showore safe, they will make the revolution. Because the country will burn down. Alright, then they arrest passport. They are managing because they know the country will burn.
Back to Nigeria. You die on top of it.
They fear. Showore gets squad. That if he not there, they will run the country as if he's already alive.
It's taking on the video.
They have copied, believe everything about him. There are people. Me tomorrow I will be governor of Edo State. Ah shit. You don't get where we will run for the for the world.
These are the reason that
if you go America, I don't see this go catch him.
They get by
catch him to immigration.
Whatever Basek now, only a while you go after.
They bring a cover. Hey, no, go container. You be governor of Edo State. Where will run? They will pass. Okay. The semester. Record of how much enter I don't know. you ready to see one of Peter Obi's structure? When I tell they intimidate us when they follow show.
Yeah, tell us.
Rash baby, thank you. Obi is a waste of time. People don't open. Obi don't cast. Obi said no. People go do blame party. If you always get person to blame, you go blame the party.
Yeah, don't buy market.
They go come release the mama P million. TV this morning. And also when Obi say make president resign. President can't reply Obi. So they are doing their back and forth propaganda. Resign. I'm not going to resign. Now Obi just send and go arise. May go defend down. Obi now not fear. May not go see the containers where they say see. Now this boy take go arise TV.
He did well.
Now this arise TV where it goes so. This one are the Abuja studio.
Okay.
This boy now.
Okay.
If you notice during Justice Crack, when they Randy Peter call they do video, they say this boy they fly come Abuja reach 4 or 5 times in a week. As I say, you know they use Big Joe. Like don't your papa your mama they use. You know they use the one you know the revolutionaries now want travel they rock Yusuf. Now boss they go enter. But they don't get stolen money. You don't get Dangote to fund, you don't get hotel, you don't get S government, don't want to give them money.
Why they
So this way like
guy
get rock Yusuf. One travel and our boss they will enter. They will put their life in the hands of bandits. If they are lucky, they go. Because they're not lucky, bandits will only control them.
Why they do
video?
Zachary?
Now, I'm not sure that this one. This is Peter Obi's structure. If they send media people, they go different studios. Maybe they will not call Charles. Charles, please, can you host my boy to come talk?
But that's how it works.
Understand?
So what are you talking about? This is a major problem.
Can you host my boy Zachary? You say, okay, sir. Let him for today. They will book ticket for him. You go, you go stay hotel. Everything go chop. You go there well. If you want chance,
why you dey beat the guy?
I go Abuja cross, not to still follow and come. Okay. Now let me show you Showore structure.
My guy. Let's see Showore structure.
If after 1 month of what I don't do for Showore, and you have always loved me, you have always loved my work, you have always believed in me, you don't join AAC. I'm not happy with you.
No,
just in case you call me and I give you cold response. You don't know that because you never join, and why they give you that cold response.
How many people you know?
Let me show you. Peter Obi Showore structure.
Let's see this. Let's see the structure.
Please Please, if you don't say you be member of AAC, registered member before I show on this thing. I want to see how many they comment session. Thank you, Jimmy against the world. God bless you, sir. Other than day one show, supporter. Some don't enter, some never enter. So some old show supporters don't enter. Or God Jimmy never still enters. Jimmy don't they talk to me about Showore for how many years now? And when he say I declare for Showore, he called me. He pushed Showore for line. Showore they la Jimmy one great Jimmy. That's okay. They really get strong. I don't know who. So Showore I know about now. I've always followed him. I see his work in Edo. I'm glad that he has joined us, and he's been doing a lot. If you don't say you be ASC member for here, not the one who go join later. Say you don't join or you later. I can't wait to relocate them back to Nigeria. I can't wait. To relocate them back to their country. Oh God. See comment section, God. Whoever thought a day would be like this, God. Shit. See comment section. That's where they could J. Please, the next one I need to type. Now, I'm not going to forget this structure thing when I say one. Shit. Somebody say, my they said, now weak man. I don't agree with you. But see comment section, God. It's not swallow rat, it's swallow obedient movement, God. Since I activate, God, which grace you give me? Oh, shit. Oh. Please, what you need to type now? Because we don't know how long they want to keep Showore for Kuje. Their plan, Phoebe.
Oh, well, Showore go stay there small. Showore is on vacation. When you get time to strategize.
Help me type. Kuje to Asurok. Put up for comment.
Yeah, Showore.
Let's say
So they are there. So
my
they know
good
arrest her now.
ancestors. Let's say we can type this. We could have typed this.
You will get this energy waiting this.
Kuje to Asoro. I don't follow more than 60 revolutionaries. Just see their comment alone. People won't even. My daughter, my voice, she cry for me too. And my voice, she hear voice. If I want to phone, she go pull out. My mom like the manager for the dance. Yeah. I say repeat. Kuje, you say take it back. You should not take it back and we'll take them back. But now they want this for Kuje. If they kill her for Kuje, another person go lead us to Aso Rock. Maybe that so we'll cut you out to Kuje Rock. You're not gonna be Aso Rock again. Kuje Rock. You know how many prisoners, political prisoners, which should go free, that are language across the country, political victims. You cause Akpabio, they'll put you for prison. You cause Wike, prison. You cause Oshomole, prison. Okpawolo, prison. Imagine we see Kuje Rock.
Vote for you to send my governor to Kuje. No.
Or Liberation House. There's a show where change from Aso Rock. I mean, I call it put name a rock. Now, why people when they go there, their hearts they dark, strong like rock. Maybe imagine maybe Aso Rock, Liberation House. People that block highway. Just the one you Ondo block Ondo highway. Then Abuja when they move to Asoro. When I go see helicopter go fly to the they'll take off. When they go see, don't be that one when they go see say drone, they see a streaming live BBC and just say that they stream and world leader they not shoot to just leave. Back here PVC or swore. I mean, they do go get PVC. I be VDM. Are you mad? I be APC. Back here PVC. Ekiti election generated where I neck observer. You still go put up for your social media account. Impunity. 5,000 people on the streets of Abuja. The day we will get 5,000 people on the streets of Abuja.